Didn't have to wait long. Didn't have to wait long. We're playing against Casper, the friendly ghost. Alright, so rock is the way. We've already learned this. We know this. We're starting the stream off excellently. Yeah, we've had these hands all day. We've literally had these same hands all day. So we're against Varga going first. What a hand. Unfortunately, everything is really good. The funny thing is, Defensing Roar is actually a card we can cut at the exact moment. It seems weird, high quality card, but Kunai is going to come in handy. So let's get this crazy top 5. Our deck is chock full of triggers. There's just full. Okay, we still get absolutely incredible hits. We're going to put Tsukio on the Soul, of course, and we're going to try to high roll an Unprecedented while we're at it. Alright. Draw trigger, it's fine. Alright, so next turn, we're hoping for a couple things. We can either get Unprecedented, Isasao, double Unprecedented, Ogi, and Isasao. We can get a few different things that's really good combos. Or we can get 5 triggers. Once again, it depends on the strength of our Varga opponent. His strength is directly related to what kind of triggers we're gonna check. If I see an early game, I'll be quite surprised. Okay, we're seeing some early game. I don't have triggers, so the top card is surely a trigger, right? Right? 16 triggers? Surely. However, crit would be pretty strong here, and you know Varga players. You and I both know Varga players. God bless. It knows I'm on a 28 win streak. It knows. Alright. So that Rokusei is Gonzo. This is actually a really good discard. We do not need this card in any capacity. We didn't even want to necessarily top 5 it in this spot. It just doesn't get better than this. So funny thing is, I'm actually going to put it into Soul because I think we have enough plussing. Yeah, I think we have enough plussing. The alternative... No, there's no alternative. Yeah. I'm putting Unprecedented into Soul. It's absolutely mandatory. And here we literally don't even have a good target to put into Soul. Except for Tsukio. Maybe a Kunai. That's about it. Another Ogi... I'm not a huge fan of this. This reduces the amount of Ogis. However, it does deck thin, so we're kind of nasty with it. I think I like to be nasty with it. So, say bye to that. We're going to just push this behind behind rear. And as we do, we're going to push this behind Van. And we're going to just chill. I don't think we're going to do anything crazier than that. We don't want to give him any reason to deny us any more CD. Or do anything. So maybe he's just going to swing Ogi in that case. Okay. That's interesting. Second PG. Alright. Well, he probably does have a 15, to be fair. Yeah, this is when your hand is like too stacked for the late game that you can't properly deploy an early game without getting either like an Isasao, an Unprecedented, or multiple grade 1s. But I'm not mad because we have second Ogi, double PG, and the Caliburn. Like, how much more do you want? Just how much more? So while my opponent is comboing on their little combo, I just wanted to say I really didn't expect how crazy TikTok has gotten. Like, I don't even have that many followers, and I'm getting more views on the videos I just posted in like 30 minutes than the videos that I first on these videos that I just posted than the videos that I first posted. So it's been really cool. Check out the new videos on TikTok if you haven't. My opponent is battle phasing it up. Little does he know, this is just less cards, bro. It's just less cards. I mean, to me, the front row is even still more important to remove in this point of the game. I feel like he would go 18 Van. I have an extreme density of triggers here. So, unfortunately, yeah. I have a very high density of triggers, especially heals. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Oof. How many triggers? 15 in deck? No, we have a draw out. We have 14. Oof. Okay, so he's just gonna give us everything. That's the mindset we need. He's just giving us everything we need. That's part of that. That's a good card though. But he's giving us everything. We just have to think. We have to believe. We have to be a believing mindset. So here, of course, we give it to Van, unfortunately. We need him to not deal us another damage. If the top card of our deck is a heal, however, Sage. And we lose an Ogi, but the chances are that we draw something off Caliburn, so we also have the ride line to give us like a super big fallback. We want a Persona here. Unfortunate crits. We like the crits, so we're gonna have to discard it, unfortunately. There's not much we want to draw, so I feel like Ogi first is the play. We're going to thin our deck a little bit. Maybe have a card we don't want there. Ideally, Persona Ride, I believe, is what we're missing. We don't get it. We do get a PG. I mean, we have double PG. We're cooking. So I'm going to now activate Caliburn, draw 2, and get the ball rolling. So right here, I already have full board plus full combo. All right, another Ogi's kind of fucking. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of actually insane. So we have I believe we have a Kinran Tsukio right now. Yeah, Kinran Tsukio plus Ogi. Plus this and this. So I could not call anything from hand. However, I have double Kinran, so I'm gonna get double thing back, and I really need the Persona Ride. So Persona Ride need trumps everything, and we must call the Ogi. Because if we don't get the Perso, we lose to ourselves. So we're already not in a good shape. We're happy to imprison, to bind this. But yeah, that's a bit tough. We could push a lot with a Kinran, rather than just the Perso. But right now we can activate the bind skill, get 1, 2, 3. If not, we put the PG in bind and we just call the Kinran. I think is a very reasonable play, considering how much damage we have. Yeah, so we're going to do that. We're going to play super safe against this Varga player. We're not going to let him beat us, considering he already pushed us to 3. We're going to remove his best cards. So that removes 2 attackers, plus a card from hand. We're going to put everything in the drop zone, probably. And also, like, that's his draws, you know, that's his plussing. It seems like Rokusei does not exist as a card, right? Yeah, no. Okay, that was a... Yeah, I put a Rokusei. There's 2 Rokuseis out. I'll call this. And we'll see where it goes. Unfortunately, I do not see Persona Red. We do have an Ogijishi in drop already, which is a very good start. So let's go battle. In this exact case, I really, really hope that he does not get a defensive. I would start off really strong. We deny the heal, at the very least. The problem is we're gonna have to lose some sort of power somewhere. This is not exactly... There's no exact way to gain. I can add this to my hand. So now I'm gonna activate this for sure. We're in a sticky situation because of first damage. First damage defensive, unfortunately. So we don't want him to get back any of these cards for sure. These are gone. Now, 2Q here is kind of mandatory, but if I call it, I need to use one of my kunais. I feel like using the... That's fine, because using the behind Vanguard one is totally okay. Because we're going to get +5 from the other Ogi. So I think that's fine. We're in a good spot. We're going to use the one behind Van. It's a very sneaky move. Very sneaky. I'm like a snake. Very annoying move on my part. Counter charge one. Alright, we're gaming right now. We're actually gaming. We're hitting over defensives that are first damage defensives when our opponent should be getting hard punished for having no cards. To be fair, a lot of triggers in deck for my opponent, so very fair. No, that is not fair. That is not fair nor fun. Oh boy. Okay. Alright. That's great. Now, I still have one to pass, which is good. Oof. We're gonna have to do some technology right now. You guys are gonna witness some shit. I'm going to activate this to bind itself. Let's see what I get. Hopefully Perso. Not Perso. So then I'm going to counterblast to do the thing. I'm going to remove his last boulder act. Get +5. And now the question is, do I activate Kunai? Kunai gives me some PG options from the bind zone. I already have 2 PGs though. Yeah. But it also gives me plus power, which is really nice. And it gives me another shield, so... Kunai it is. And then we're just gonna draw. We're literally just going to draw. Hopefully we get that sweet, sweet Persona right here. That is not Perso. That would have been a very nice draw. Drive check. Oh no. Another PG. What is going on? Okay. I like it. I like where this is going. Would have been a double crit drive check. Fucking epic. There's a world in which he doesn't divine next turn, right? This is still 46-20 to guard. Like, super annoying. And I still return 1. Which is cool. Still returning an Ogi is going to be incredibly powerful. So, do we even need Perso? I don't think so. I don't think we need Perso. Who said we did? It's fake news. So there's actually an argument not even to use it. But ultimately... do I really need it? I kind of need a card in hand just in case. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll chill. We'll chill. Take our cards back. Yeah, we're in a little bit of a sticky spot because we want to deny, and we can. I think we have triple kunai. Do you guys see this? Triple kunai. So it makes our 7 card hand into a 10 card hand with 3 10Ks. See what he got. Yeah, I can completely deny the divine. And then he's on 5. He does have that. He does have that. Or I could let it hit, and then I actually have damage. That is an option as well. How many draws left in deck? 2 draws. 4 heals, not really relevant. OT still in deck. 20. I mean, this is just way too easy. There's ain't no way I'm playing into this. Ain't no way, famski. 20, bro? You're kidding me? 1 kunai? That guy's... Kunai's like so free that this is just negating one. Imagine like kunai literally reads like your opponent does 3 attacks, like or some shit. It's a pretty strong card. Your opponent only does 3 attacks. I mean, yeah, there's a world. I mean, there's just a world. I was gonna say something, but there's just a world. That's ultimately my thought. So what don't we want him to get? Heal trigger. Over trigger. That is all. Like, we would like to keep the double Ogi, so that's something. But he has to give triggers to one or the other. He can't give triggers to both, right? So 1323, yeah, PG. I mean, 10 and 15 would make 2 to pass. That's pretty strong. But then I'd have to PG... I don't see a way to not discard my Ogi. Let's see. So does he have energy left? He has no energy. So this is a solid 20. So that's 1 kunai for the moment. The safe play... The safe play is to PG, of course. I could 10k and 15. That would leave me open to a lot of stuff though. I don't want to be open to anything. We're gonna just do this. We couldn't even activate the second Ogi even if we wanted to, but it's kind of our only play to get power, isn't it? Yeah, we're gonna be smart. We're gonna discard the Ogi, unfortunately, and we're gonna try to push through with just this. Alright. That's still guardable pretty easily. But that's rough, still. Because that right there, if he gives it to rear guard, it's pretty simple. I have double kunai. I then won't have a counter charge, but who needs one? Yeah. We'll be pretty big. We'll be pretty big. Now that is sick. That is fucked up. That is crazy. So I think I'll have to go all in. Meaning this is gonna be 40. So the double kunai is not even enough to guard. Okay. So I have an out, which is pretty good. It's unfortunate, but I have to do it. And then I still keep the kunai, which is rather strong. This looks really ugly. It's pretty crazy. Okay, wait. So he already swung Van, so I can take this, no problem. Yeah, okay. That's pretty nice. I can actually take this. Incredible. Second damage would help a lot. Could possibly get me into a heal. Keenran. I mean, Keenran's pretty good, but whatever. I really want Perso. Okay, what's in my mind? So we have Kunai, which is likely our call target. We have 1 Tsukio. We call 2 rear guards. And we can put 1 Unprecedented. That's pretty much our best bet. We're gonna call this. See what we can do. We're gonna rip 1 from hand, so that's gonna be pretty good. Ah, there you are, you son of a... That was literally top card. Ugh, what a filth. What a filth. So, we're still gonna try our best. We're going to bind this and this. And Unprecedented, unfortunately. Rough spot to be in, but we're gonna try our best. Now, do we go all out? That's the question. We have to, right? Like right now we're at... The thing is, if we go all out, we still have our win con of defensive OT. So I do tend to want to go all out in this exact spot. We're definitely resolving this. Calling it to the front. Now let's make some numbers. So 18 is the best number we can make with that, but this one hits over 1 defensive, so we definitely want to do that. We're gonna call this behind Ogi because it hits over a defensive, of course. We can also absorb Ogi, of course, so that could be irrelevant. So 18 could hit over a defensive, so we can hit something else first. So I'm gonna Soul Blast an Ogi. This is a really tight game. Let's try our best. So we ideally want to swing with the Ogi boosted by something, but it doesn't matter here, so I'm gonna just boost like this, 5, and PG. Very dangerous, but we have to do what we have to do. So we're gonna battle. Yeah, no choice to do it this way, unfortunately. I don't want any 5k shields, so this is how you do it. Six cards to guard 4 attacks. Let's see if he got it. For everything on the line. Drag Vita in deck. I haven't checked Drag Vita much today. I checked it a little bit. He dead already? Thank God. Oh my God, that's insane. GG's. 29 wins. 29 win streak. Goated. I was sweating there. Plus 95. Cracked. Whew, that was me sweating right there. That was fucked up. No perso. Just like a bozo. Complete bozo playing. Still 18th. Deserved it because I'm a bozo.